Alright, welcome everyone, Snowhood here into Empire Total War. Just playing an online battle here. Gotta say, don't do this a lot. Just decided to go jump in here and see how things were going and give it a try. Gotta be honest, I just did this battle and I'm now watching the replay of it. I was quite nervous quite the entire time, and I think you'll see that in my overall troop movements were slow, but I think for the most part, I did my best at just holding a core. I think I just tried to do my best to hold my units together. I got a few, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 units of line infantry here. Did I stick it? And then 2 units of Jaegers, 2 units of provincial cav. This is early era combat for the time period. 1 howitzer unit, a general, and then 2 Gorkas. The Gurkhas. These are the swordsmen with shields here. I am quite the fan of the melee units in Empire Total War, so when I saw the Austrians had these, I definitely grabbed them just right off the bat. This is the, I can't remember, oh, it's Flanders for the map, so a little out of place, right, overall. And I'm fighting the Ottomans over here, so that'll be quite fun. Let's move this forward here. The Ottomans, I can only see so far right now these 4 units of Israelis and these 2 generals' bodyguards. I was a little thrown off by that to start with, and also the position of the army. I was like, okay, obviously there's stuff hidden. I don't know where this stuff is hidden, and I just wasn't really thinking overall of the Ottomans and what they had to bring. I was thinking more when I did see the Ottoman go up as his army. I thought maybe there'll be quite a few cannons here and potentially quite a bit of cav, right? But the 2 generals bodyguard kind of threw me off. So my idea here was to march. I've tried something here. I've never tried this before, but moving Jaegers with cav. So the idea being, they have the stakes, they can anti-cav, they have the range that they can throw down some shots before perhaps my cav gets into a melee fight. So I figured they kind of protect each other, right? Their pluses and negatives they kind of work together. So I thought maybe that they could protect my flanks, and maybe I could use them to potentially outflank my enemy here. Of course, the goal with the howitzer, just move into range and hit him with the carcass shot, because, well, we all know how much Snow loves his carcass shot, right? It is deadly, especially on stationary targets. The range, though, I had to roll her up to get her into range, and then I think even at this point I was at maximum range. I'm not even sure. I think he actually walked into me, into my range, and I thought I was gonna have to move this thing, so I was in solid shot. The first kills of the battle, though, 4 dead from the Israeli units. The Israelis on their chainmail, so he moves them back. Of course, it makes total sense. Get out of the range of my cannon. There were no rules for this here battle. I'm not a big fan of rules. I figure just use some kind of common sense and don't spam something. And nothing in complaint here. None at all. In this battle, I did quite enjoy it. But like I said, I was nervous. So right now, I finally got the carcass shot figured out. I didn't even notice this. So I almost just wasted my own men. I switched the carcass shot and shot the floor right behind my own line infantry. Wow. With the money that I had, I used medium funds as opposed to large funds, so I tried to keep things a little bit smaller, hopefully forcing a tactical battle, right? I was able to give myself 1 chevron for all my line infantry. Looks like the general got 1 as well, and my cav. The Jaegers, I think, were the only unit, as well as the howitzer, to not get a chevron for a little extra help. So my Jaegers over here on the side, I decided to move this little bit of hill here. I thought I'll deploy stakes, was my idea, and I could stop their generals from moving. And then at this point, this is when I see he has a whole bunch of Azaz over here. They have a longer range. It's an irregular unit. Initially, I was thinking, oh man, they're a melee unit. This isn't going to go very well. My Jaegers over here This is going to be interesting. I get first shots fired. A few kills from these units here. A few, but quite a few on this one. I think we'll get another shot here. Let's see if we get this one going. One more, or do I run it back? I don't remember. Here we go. No, I ran it back. Okay, so for their retreat, I figure, these guys, no bayonets, right? Let's give a charge. A mighty charge indeed. Oh, so they fire volley into their own men. I actually didn't lose very many in the gunshot. There was the charge death, and then followed up with multiple shots. And then I didn't notice this. He had a bunch of cav hidden in the other forest. Now, he didn't decide to stay over there and fight me. These are all Delhi horsemen. He moves over here, and he's pushing hard on my right flank now. So I ran my Jaegers back in retreat, figuring I can outrun his Israelis. And then I'll double back with my cav and charge into him. He threw his general's bodyguard into this combat here. I was able to grab this unit. The second one is trying to go away. He kind of gets a little stuck. Nope, he's pushing through. So I immediately leave the fight and go straight for him. I'm like, oh crap, gotta save my Jaegers, right? Nope. Ah, the Jaegers got the punt in the face. Big punt. I'll zoom this in so we can see my front line. They've moved everyone over here. There's no one. Here comes his cav. He's moved the entire army to my flank. Right now, I'm actually going, what the hell, what the hell, what the hell? Look at this. I'm still moving my men to the position of where his army used to be. This is kind of how frantic right now I was feeling. But I kept something of a cool. Got a few kills here with the cannon. That was effective. My Jaegers were already en route, so no, I wasn't going to be able to save them. My cav, on the other hand, though, I do get out of here. I go, yay, run for your lives. I was running the general's cav over here just to try and support. You know me, I'm always quite daring with my general. He does go into the charge quite often, and I even leave him here to hold the right flank. That's how, I don't know, fine word to insert here. This is how I use my general. He is a frontline soldier, often. The Kharkiv shot, my beloved Kharkiv shot, gets some kills here. Not the greatest, but still contact. And taking down some of these units here a bit. He moves an Azar's unit up here, which is really wise. I knew this was not good. I left my units here, hoping that I was still out of range, knowing that this unit has more range than me. So my cav holds the right flank. I'm finally figuring out now his entire army has moved to my right flank, past my right line, where it used to be. I'm now going right. I still have Jaegers way over here. My cav finally walking this way. I'm just now trying to get things organized to face him over here. Personally, when I saw him going through here and shooting my Jaegers that have already shattered, I thought this was kind of a waste. He had an opportunity, I believe, to wipe out my right flank and take my cannon. He ditched this effort for going after my Jaegers. I'm not sure if he just didn't notice or not, but that to me was a slight mistake. This gives me just a bit of time to get my other cav unit over here. My Jaegers aren't too far behind. My Gurkhas are also over here on my flank, and I got 2 line infantry moving at least somewhere in the vicinity. This is another, I think, missed opportunity. He stayed here to shoot, where it didn't work out too well. My provincial cav actually goes better here in the melee, and I'm able to take the fight to him when I think if he just would have gone in for the charge, he should have been able to take the cannon or at least disrupt them. He would have hit the Jaegers. I mean, he could have caught my general that was right there. I probably would have had to commit him on top of I would have wanted to commit him just because that's the way I play. I think that was a missed opportunity. Who knows? I mean, he may have been as frantic as I at this point, where I was going, my right flank. He totally just took my right flank, totally swept me on this, like, as if I was AI. I was moving that slowly over here in the sand, still not quite getting my line figured out, still knowing this Azar's unit holds this hill, and there's no way I'm taking it. He can maneuver and shoot me from both sides. He'll hit me from long range. The damage will be dealt. And it will be painful. At least 2 line infantry to take this hill. 1 will be shattered. It would just not be great. So I stood here. I just dumbfounded. I'll take the word dumbfounded. It worked, I think, to my benefit. I didn't suffer the casualties. He held the position and then was able to regroup with his men. Here I got screwed by the terrain. I couldn't deploy this unit the way I wanted to. I just couldn't find a way to squeeze them in here. I was just going, this is beautiful ground. If I could just get this guy, I couldn't do it. I'm trying to draw. It just wasn't happening. Just was not happening. I just couldn't figure it out. So this guy just doesn't get used here. He moves past my range. Well done. It's just boom. No good. So now I'm moving the rest of my line going, we have to commit over here against, again, a bunch of Azars that outrange me. This is not going well. Jaeger's holding what's now my front line, the middle, dead middle. My Cavs still supporting my right flank. Right now, I forgot about him. This is another opportunity where this time his shooting works. I don't even see this happening. My provincial Cav takes a royal beating, and he routs that unit, shatters it in fact, and now this is when I see what's happening. They're shaking. Holy crap, what's going on? Gurkhas, charge. Everyone charge. Hit the right flank, hold him there, at least stop shooting at me. And here, he's just sitting here fighting my Jaegers right now. I'm now just completely torn. I'm trying to support my left flank. Look at this. I'm not in range. I'm getting slaughtered because I can't pay attention to both flanks right now. My Cav got totally wrecked because I couldn't pay attention to them. My Gorkas, though, these guys, I swear, my lifesaver here right now. They get into melee contact. This is all they need. They just grabbing a horse here or there. They made him run. He's now split up, which helps. And I have a line infantry now in support of my Jaegers. Whew. Oh, look at, finally I'm getting some rear cover. 2 more units of line infantry supporting the rear. Basically just protecting my general, because right now I'm going, I don't know. What do I do? He's totally surrounded me on this little hill that I can't fully. Holy crap, he's charging me. That's it, he's charging me. This isn't good. The Jaegers somehow hold. The stakes I was able to deploy a long time ago. My Gorkas charge. I figured that they would run right here. Be nice and neat. They'd run, like right off my flank. Nah, they run straight out into the middle. I got really lucky that they took minimal casualties. Again, though, melee contact here, Empire Total War. I knew this was, as soon as I could get them into contact, I was going to have the victory. Turn back from chasing the Cav, catches infantry on the other side. That's going to be good. Squared up over here, because I figured I'm not paying attention to this anymore. Put these guys here on the flank. They've got this little mountain to protect them. Little mound, I should say, not mountain. That should help out, and plus they'll be able to fire. This guy was going to go over here, but I walked him. I don't know, I missed it. The infantry charge here with the swords going so well. I just knew as soon as I could get them into... What I really wanted was to have a line fight, and then just charge the swords through into his musket infantry, and then follow up with my guys, fixing the plug bayonet and getting into a massive melee combat with them, which was really my goal. Attacking the square over here might not have been the best choice. He maybe should have attacked that one. Here's the enemy general, got caught by the Gurkhas, I think, and destroyed there. He did have 2 of them, remember? So not sure if one died there or both. He does take my cannons, or my howitzer, excuse me, but the square holds. My other unit I threw in a square just in case to support. Now he charges into my sword infantry. Maybe not best to charge into the square. Maybe he thought this was decent. These guys in their shields, though, they're able to take it. Look at them. Standing there, and here comes the routing, and then that happened. I was charging up the hill figuring this was going to be a tough fight. I don't know how I was going to pull this one off, because ultimately these guys have the range, but it must have been both generals going down, and that must have been what happened. And then he left, which is fine. So I gotta say though, if he ever does watch this video, catches it, the only cool fish, which I thought was kind of a cool name, I thought this was a great battle. I thought if the generals hadn't died, or even just the one general, there was still a massive fighting chance here, because I frantically was trying to figure out, how do I combat this this movement that he's made. He's totally moved the entire army off my right flank and just moved around my backside, and my overall movement just way slow. But I think, like I said at the beginning, I held enough core, and that was it. And the general stayed alive. My howitzer didn't do too well at 28 kills, but the Jaegers did pull in 127. I'm guessing they're the ones that, they're probably the ones that lived the longest, I would have to assume, right? The other guys got a good kill at the beginning, but then they got ran over. So no gain there. And the line infantry did their job. Kind of, right? Some of them got wrecked, but not. The Gurkhas, oh gosh damn. These guys did a good job. These definitely were probably the winners here. Held everything together. A really good battle. Really glad that I got to play that. And I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later on.